So then we are back with the cheapest running and driving BMW 5 Series in the country. Now, in the previous video, you guys will know exactly how much I paid for this thing. So if you haven't watched the previous video, go and check that out. But now in today's video, I'm going to be going over everything that is wrong with this car and exactly why I paid so little for this thing. Now, I did go over the general condition of the car, so I showed you any bodywork imperfection. There's a few scrapes and scuffs here and there. Nothing really that you wouldn't expect on a car that is now 16 years old. But one thing I didn't point out was the tailgate. I didn't actually even notice, but if you have a look underneath here, can you see that rust there? Yeah, that is not ideal. And also notice this, I just thought it was dirt originally, but that is actually paint that has flaked off. And there's also a pretty nasty gash in the tailgate there that's gone right through the paint. It's a little bit there, but I think most of this can be polished out. But yeah, the worst of it is definitely in the tailgate. So for sure, the tailgate is going to need replacing. Of course, you could, repair it, but it's really not worth it for the price of a tailgate, which I'm gonna guess is £100 or less. It's gonna cost a hell of a lot more to try and repair the tailgate for that. Now, the rest of the body panels, aside from the side skirt, which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and replace. I think this is silver grey, so as long as I can find a silver grey passenger side skirt, I'll just go ahead and replace that. But the other body panels I'm going to try and leave as they are. I have actually ordered a polisher, so I've ordered a dual action polisher, a pretty decent one as well, so hopefully we can get the bodywork looking nice. I know there are a few pieces missing here and there. So we have this cap that's missing, and then the parking sensors. I really don't know what the deal is with the parking sensors. Are they completely removed, or have they fallen down into the bumper? I don't know. I think probably what I'll do in the next video is remove the bumpers, side skirts, replace what I want to replace, and then kind of do some investigating, because I know for sure this bumper has been off before, because yeah, there's a bit of a gap there. And the front bumper, I think that's been off before as well, because this gap does not look ideal. Now, I'm not saying it's had any damage on the front or the rear. We'll obviously see if it has once we remove the bumpers, but maybe someone's removed it just to replace something in the past, but then they haven't put it back quite right. So yeah, we will do some investigating with that. Already mentioned with the headlights, they are very clouded. And yeah, again, the polisher should come in nicely when it comes to cleaning those up. But yeah, the rest of the bodywork is pretty much sound. Now, I think the thing that you're probably most interested in seeing is just how many and which fault codes this car has. So we do have the laptop, we do have the DCAN cable. So let's get ISTA loaded up and let's see what this car is telling us. Okay, and so while we let the laptop load up, while we let ISTA load up, I thought I'd just let you guys know a couple of things that I have discovered. So the iDrive, with this being Mask 2 with the smaller screen, I've noticed that it seems to get stuck on this screen right here. Hold button, press to assign entertainment sources or phone numbers. Now, I have no idea why that is displayed. The only thing I can think of is one of these buttons down here. Maybe one of those are stuck. It would indicate that it is number 8 that's stuck, if anything, or maybe something is on that. Maybe it has some, I don't know, cleaning product on there, or maybe the button itself is just faulty. I don't know, but these are touch sensitive, so if you just glide your finger along, it should select, or at least highlight, the button that you want pressed. Although yeah, I don't think these are working properly as is. But yeah, possibly this could just need a bit of a clean. I'm not too sure yet, but that's obviously not a major issue at this stage. But yeah, now ISTA is loading up, and this will reveal just how many fault codes we have stored on the vehicle, and it's already not looking too good, is it? Okay then, so we can see 22 fault codes in the fault memory. These are the modules that are displayed. Let's click display fault memory. And right, here we go then. Okay, KGM Servotronic engine timeout. I'm not too sure what that is, if I'm being completely honest. We have a glow plug error. These are non-existent, by the way. Actually, pretty much all of these are non-existent. Let's see if there is any that are even existent. Okay, let's focus on the ones that are existent first, because that's going to be the ones that are the most relevant. So first one then that is existent is the parking distance control front center right parking sensor, which is interesting because that one is in place, so maybe that could just do with a clean. We have reversing light left faulty. We also have a license plate light left faulty. Now, we seem to have a lot of error codes for bulbs. Now, I don't think the bulbs are actually blown. I think it's just going to be a case of them not being canvas bulbs. So when you are swapping out bulbs, you need to make sure they're either, you know, OEM bulbs, or they have a resistor in, so it doesn't, you know, throw up a fault code. So yeah, I think we're probably going to have to replace quite a few bulbs here. But all in all, like, I can't really see, you know, too many concerning fault codes here. And we do have a couple in the DD, like I mentioned, the glow plug one. That could just be a historic one. I'm pretty sure this has had glow plugs and glow plug module in the past 2 or 3 years or so. There's power management closed circuit current violation. No idea what that means. We have one from the starter motor there. So could that be something that has caused the car not to start in the past? Possibly. Okay, I guess what we need to do realistically is delete all of these fault codes and then start the engine up and then go from there. So yeah, we'll just delete fault memory. Yes. And once these have cleared, like I said, we'll start the engine up and perform another test. Okay, so after clearing the fault code, straight away we have some come back in the light module. I'm guessing these are just going to be bulbs once again. Yeah, reversing lamp faulty and fog lights faulty. So yeah, not concerned with those, but we will just go ahead and fire the engine up. And now we'll go ahead and do another vehicle test. Interesting, so we now have 4 faults and one has came back from the DDE, which is the one that we are most looking forward to checking out. That's very interesting. Glow plug cylinder 6 activation. So either this needs new glow plugs, which like I said, I'm pretty sure this has had glow plugs in the past 2 or 3 years or so, looking back at the receipts, or we have a wiring issue, or it could just be a bad contact. So I'm going to have to do some investigating with that, with cylinder number 6. Let's check though the bulbs that are displaying as faulty. Let's see if the bulbs are actually blown. So got the lights on, got it in reverse, got the fog lights on as well. And as you can see, the fog lights are in fact on, but these are definitely aftermarket, and I can see, yeah, these are LEDs and they must not be canvas ones, so yeah, we're going to have to swap these out at some point to stop those error codes. Let's go around to the back. Is it going to be the same situation here? So that one's working. Ah, okay. That one's not. So I would guess that we do have a blown bulb in there, which again, that's not a difficult fix, so we will get onto that at some point. Yeah, only one of the many bulbs that said they were blown is actually blown. There was a fault code for the number plate lights as well, wasn't there? But they seem to be good, so we're fine for those. But the tailgate is going to need replacing anyway, so we'll probably swap those over to the new tailgate. Now, of course, after getting back into the car, we are greeted with PDC failure. So yeah, that is something that we're going to have to sort at some point. I don't know why it hasn't displayed in the fault memory. Maybe it's only just triggered it. But yeah, of course, we have the two on the rear that are completely missing. Whether or not they've fallen inside of the bumper, I don't know. And then it was displaying a faulty one on the front as well. So yeah, we'll look at getting those sorted at the same time. But yeah, on the whole, pretty pleased with that diagnostic scan. You know, nothing too out of the ordinary. Like I said, we do have some situation with the glow plug in cylinder number 6, whether or not, you know, maybe that one was left, maybe it was left because it was in fact snapped. I really don't know. Like I said, we're going to have to do some investigating with that. But then, yeah, the rest are just bulbs, which is, yeah, definitely a nice, quick and easy fix. Okay then, so in summary, have I bought a bad car? For £650? I really don't think so. Like I said, pretty pleased with the outcome of those error codes. Should be some nice easy fixes in there. All the cosmetic stuff I do plan on sorting, as I mentioned, the tailgate, the side skirt. I'll try and replace that if I can, and then just some touching up here and there, but the overall condition of the car is pretty decent. One thing I'm not too sure about is the interior, and I'm looking for your guys' input. Should I leave the interior alone, just keep it as the half leather, half kind of cloth, or do I swap out the entire interior for, you know, a full black leather interior? Obviously I'd have to do the door cards as well, and you know, the rear seats of course, but yeah, I'm looking for your input on this. Do I just leave it alone and, you know, not give myself more work, or do I get that interior upgraded? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, there we go then. That is pretty much everything wrong with the cheapest BMW 5 Series in the country. Now, like I said, I'm looking for your guys' input as to which direction I should go down with this car and what I should be replacing, what I should leave, because if any of you guys know me, you'll know that I try to get every car running, driving and looking absolute perfect. But with the goal in mind of trying to make a profit, so we can take any profit we have and take that into the next car, you know, we need to be sensible about things. We need to not really replace things that don't really need replacing. One thing I do want to do though, I do want to give the car a good full service. So we're talking all the fluids, all of the filters. I'll probably do things like the crankcase breather as well, and any you know, small and cheap common failure parts I'll swap out as well, because yeah, I'd rather have, you know, peace of mind for the next owner. But yeah, I don't think we need to go really too crazy. I do need to try and source, like I said, a tailgate and a passenger side side skirt. But then yeah, I think it's just cosmetic stuff. Give the car a really good clean up, and then go from there, see what else needs to be replaced. But yeah, like I said, let us know what I should be replacing, what I should leave, especially like with things like, you know, the interior. Would I be going too far swapping that out? Like I said, I'm I go too far sometimes, and it's probably not needed, but yeah, I'm looking for your guys' honest inputs down below. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here anyway. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it. Please give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one.